Hello and welcome to episode 16 of our Grin campaign. In the last episode, we went over into another war in Hellas where we released the nation of Khets as our vassal, mostly because I don't want this land at the moment, but I definitely don't want my enemies to have it, and so it's better off being underneath my own vassal's control, which, by the way, we do need to go ahead and use our spy network here to grab a couple of claims for them, just for future wars, since they will be a rather easy target. We also broke apart the Raja's alliance with good old Catarata, and we were going to go to war with Phoenix Empire because we have a lot of reconquest in here to do. And those cores are going to expire soon, right? Yeah, they're expiring. Well, no, it's 100 years. No, we have plenty of time. We've got plenty of time. We have over 100 years to do that. Okay, cool. Then we're going to go to war with Catarata because Catarata is currently at war with Busilar, defending against Busilar, might I add. And so they're going to be distracted with this war, so we're going to come in from their east and say hello, grab some land, have a great time. In order to do that, we need to make a couple of claims here for Syrian, because they won't do it themselves, because, you know, AI vassals and whatnot. We also are sending our merc stack back to deal with some rebels. Now, is there anything else I need to do before I declare another war? I cannot seize crown land, so we can't do that one. Someone did point out, our national ideas give us half off of war taxes somewhere. Somewhere in here it talks about that, right? Yeah, war taxes cost minus 50%. And then from a mission, we got an additional 50%. So actually, war taxes for us are free. So that's why that mission is so good. So now we get free war taxes, so we will gladly take that. Surface Bloom, we need to keep building farm estates. We're making plenty of money. We can get to work on that. But we should also go kill Catarata because, well, why not? Why not, right? Syrian is no longer scourged either, so they will join this war as good old friends. Declare war for Harklem, I guess, and let's do it. So you're going to go and grab that fort. You're going to go grab that fort, and you are going to siege down everything else in your path. Yeah? That sounds good. We have crazy siege ability compared to these guys, so we should get through it rather quickly. Economic decisions. +4 national unrest for a year for 12% national tax. Oregon run one Republican tradition. Honestly, I'd rather just have the one Republican tradition. Sounds pretty good. Ooh, and we are high enough tech level where we could start to rebuild Dwarvar rails. So I guess that's a Tech 17 thing? Tech 17 admin? I'm not exactly sure, but now we can rebuild Dwarvar rails. So if you look at our rail provinces, you will see that they're all old ruined rails. They have no bonuses, they have no debuffs, they're just kind of there. It was essentially the ancient highway of all Dwarv when the dwarves controlled all of the Serpent Spine. We can upgrade them twice, once right now and another time at a later tech. I don't remember which one it is, but for 15 ducats per province, we'll get some movement speed bonuses, which we definitely want. It helps live inside the Serpent Spine much better because you can actually move around and do things without getting absolutely thrashed, because, you know, it takes forever to move from one side of it to the other. It's going to be especially helpful fighting against people like the Command. If they try and siege down Grozamdir and we're over here, we can like sprint back. It does have to be in full states though. That is something to keep in mind. You do have to have full states in order to build those things. We're going to send one stack down to fight all these Cataratan troops. Knowles wants some goods produced in base production. I'm going to lose 785 crowns, though. Or I could gain 1,047 crowns. Yeah, push them back down to oppressed. We'll get them back up to integrated here shortly, but that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And I like money. We're going to get these really good manufactories built up. All right, these are all cannons. I'd rather not carpet siege with cannons simply because that's very expensive to reinforce. So instead, we are going to not do that. It's a pretty simple solution. Simply don't. Simply don't. Okay, all of Cataratan's troops are going to run away. And again, he's going to be busy over here dealing with Busilar. And hopefully he stays focused on Busilar and doesn't mess with us. And we're able just to kind of walk through and take everything as we wish. We will be taking max money in this war, obviously. Max money, war reps, and then whatever land we could probably get our hands on. I don't see the reason why we would have mercy in this case, because they would not give us mercy. I can gain stability, or I can gain 50 prestige. I mean, 50 prestige is pretty nice, but I'll take that free stab. It's a lot of admin points to save that we definitely don't have. We do not have a lot of admin points just laying around. It is, in fact, what we are most short on, and that's why we're focusing admin with a level 5 advisor, with a administrative leader here in our republic. We need it very badly. Very badly. Alright, gonna go fight these two. There might be more troops over here than just one. Let's see. Nope, just one. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, get all this siege down. I mean, preferably, I would take all the way up to the Salahad Gate in this war. Just because it would be nice for us to own. That way we could throw down a fort here, and then we have a mountain fort that protects this kind of transfer between Bulwar and Sarhal. Alright, let's make sure Sarian doesn't get jumped here. Here's another artificer thing. It can be figured out by enemies. It is not a secret. At least that is the ideal situation. The fact of the matter is far bleaker. Critical information, be it in the form of information about our spies or in the form of critical state secrets, is frequently easy to crack into by the trained eye. The training these eyes require is constantly evolving, but it's a losing game. We cannot plug every hole before a new one springs up. In a perfect world, these secrets will only be visible to who they are specifically allowed to be seen by, and nobody else. But this is not a perfect world. Or is it? Brand new ciphers invented by the Brillites use illusion magic that can only be cleared by incredibly specific code phrases, meaning that the documents we desire to be jumbled will stay as a legible message to anyone who cannot speak the right phrase in the right way. Pretty nifty. What's our artificer capacity at again? Right now, our maximum capacity is 12, and we have 2 available. So, that kind of sucks. Kind of sucks that we don't have any more available, but it is what it is. Right, do I just want to send this guy up to Kedarada's capital? Kind of do. I kind of do. Again, we haven't seen him. If he does come to fight us, then we could just back away. But at the moment, he's not showing himself, so I'd like to do that. After we diplo relations, yeah, it's fine. We'll survive. There's a bunch of Kedaradan troops that are on the retreat, so Busilar must have beat them in at least one battle. We'll take that. Very helpful. Daigung is at war with the Lakefed. Why? You are attacking them. Oh, because they own this stuff up here. Yeah, that makes sense then. Makes sense. Our alliance with the command does need to end. I'm very hesitant to do so, but it needs to happen. I'm hoping that I can get enough favors with you to break their alliance. Let's go ahead and increase our favors with Daigung. Go ahead and curry them. That's up in influence. Because if we can break their alliance with the command, then the command should get jumped on by the Raj and Bimlao, and then we could go into. That's kind of the hope. Kind of the hope here. Alright, gems, Libertarian subject reductions is nice. Election, we will re-elect this guy for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and start coring everything up because we're not too far behind on tech. Obviously, we won't take this one on time if we do that, but it is what it is. Persecuted dwarves cause unrest. Well, they can just leave and then they won't get persecuted. Easy. Easy solution for the dwarves here. Yeah, just become goblins. Simple as. Simple as. All right, now, to build these rails, by the way, they have to be adjacent to a hold. So if we look here, you can see on the trade map mode that we have Dwarvar rail now next to our hold here. And it is minus 10% local development cost, plus 2 local trade power, plus 1 supply limit, 150% state maintenance, 30% friendly move speed, 50% institution spread, and minus 50% province governing cost. So state maintenance in the roads, very high. But you want to have all the roads that you possibly can because they are very good to have. Go ahead and build that up. And don't worry, I did see that we could build the Golden Highway. We will be building the Golden Highway in time. In time. Okay, you guys are going to go deal with those troops. Meanwhile, you're going to come siege this down. And the siege of Kedarat is completed, so you're actually just going to go through for that one. We're losing a lot of manpower fighting like this, though. A lot of manpower with large stacks that are just kind of running around. should be a little bit more cautious. Just a little bit. Not you, though, because I don't want Katarada to walk back. I think that's an easy target. And they will do that if we don't have a general. So, let's get a general on this army. As fast as we can. How are they looking? Yeah, still fielding like 200,000 troops. Don't know where they are. But assume they're over here. I am fine with that. I mean, we could just leave for money right now, to be fair. We could just grab 3,000 ducats, war reps, and walk away. And not take any land. That is somewhat tempting. Is to just do this, grab the money, and then go to war with the Phoenix Empire right away. But at the same time, he's not really contesting us, so it doesn't make much sense to back off. Like, why? Why walk away now? He's not even fighting us. We did lose that siege. It's alright, we can get it back relatively quickly. He's not even going to move. Yep, there goes those troops. Grozum-Diri separatists. Make sure that we are jumping on them right away. Do we have the war goal? We do still have the war goal. Beautiful. Let's chase these troops out of here. This only has 100 guys, so after 2 siege ticks, we will automatically get it. Which is pretty sweet. Seeing some Ketaradan troops here that are free to wipe. There we go. Oh, actually, they didn't get wiped. That's all right, though. All right, we are at 55% war score. I would need to take things over here. I need to give these over to Seriand because I'm not taking them myself. That would be foolish. Let's go get these occupied so we can see what exactly we can give to our vassal here. You go there. You're going to swing around and fight these troops. Seriand do anything down here? No. They came back up to defend their own territory. I suppose I understand that. We have a lot of Diplo development that we need to invest into. A lot of Diplo development. Is there anything I specifically need to do? Not that I remember. Let's go ahead and do some dev. More gold. What could go wrong if we develop more gold? Surely, inflation is not real. Goblins do not understand this concept of inflation, so more gold is good. That is the only answer we have. Doesn't mean it's the right one, but it does mean that it is one way to look at it. One way to look at it. Poor old goblins. Dwarven economists are seething at the moment. All right. Trade or tax? Technically, they're both around the same. I'll take trade efficiency, though. Can't hurt. All this is taken back by us, which is nice. Go ahead and grab the stuff along the river because it's high development, so it'll be a lot of war score to grab it. 59%. I really don't see any reason to back out of this war. As tempting as it may be to just move on and go to the next one, I feel like there is some value in just sitting around waiting. Just sitting around and waiting. There we go. That siege is done. And continue to grab all of this stuff. Again, high development, good for the war score, good for the hurting of Katarada. All these things benefit us. We lose our sieges quick. But so do they. Honestly, I'm not even going to send my troops down there. We're just going to get ready for this peace deal, I think. We're almost there. Almost to the point we're ready for this peace deal. Alright, beautiful. Katarada is sending some peace deals. They're saying, yeah, no more, please. Mercy. Mercy, mercy, mercy. We cannot take any more of this, and that is correct. They cannot. They've been so busy fighting Busilar that they have not even been able to really put up much of a fight against us. Like, even then, they're weak. We're going to culture convert these orcs to goblins. It's going to take a long time, and if it gets done, great. If it doesn't, okay. It is what it is. There's a chance it gets done, and then it will become much more useful for us. Core all that up, and we have won a siege. Let's switch all this over to Seriand and see what the peace deal looks like. All right, Seriand, you can even have this. Don't want to give him too much is the problem. I don't want to give Seriand too much land, because they're going to get a lot from the Phoenix Empire too, and I don't want them to get too unruly. Got to keep these elves in line, you know. Let's tell them to get rid of... he won't get rid of the cores on me. I can get rid of one. Sure. There we go. That is a good peace deal in my eyes. We're in, we're out. Didn't lose much, we didn't gain much, but Sarian did. And that's good enough for me. Deification of a old ruler. Sweet. Now, when is our truce up with the Raj? That's up in 1626. Okay, we have some time then. Mission complete. 10 out of 10. Well, we have 10 provinces that are farmer states and workshops. We have 100 diplo power. Our continuous investment advantages offered by the levy system allow us to produce a lot more Serpent Bloom already, but if we can dominate trade in the food stuff, either directly or through our connections, we may be able to establish profitable cartels and reap gold from all these crops. A bunch of provinces gain 50% local goods produced, 30% local manpower, and 25% trade value. And now we have How to Feed Millions, where we have 4 provinces that have a farm estate and Serpent Bloom, and 10 provinces that have Dwarvar rails that have been repaired. In our capital, cooks make new creations out of simple Serpent Bloom for the wealthy elite, making use of the foodstuff's abundance and discarding plenty of mishewn creations on the kitchen's floors. But in smaller caverns, far from our country's gems, goblins go hungry, some even starve. Enough. We must ensure the Serpent Bloom cartels dole out food with an even hand and have the rail network in place to do so, such that all in greedy Grin eat well, or at least sufficiently, every night. We lose 150 admin points, but then we get 50% goods produced, 30% local manpower modifier, 25% trade value. And we have, in general, a system to feed millions until the end of the game. National manpower 5%, land force limit 5%, land attrition minus 25%, but state maintenance plus 25%. I'd say it's a valid trade. Now, local levy stations, we need to have a bunch of soldiers' households and a bunch of training fields. Okay. Wartime demands new innovations. And then I need 16 universities. Yeah. We could do that. We've got a lot of money. So it needs regimental camps and training fields. Well, great news. We can seriously increase the amount of manpower we have access to with all that money we just took from Kedarata. Very, very good. Very, very good. All right, we can improve with our subjects. Have one person improve with our subjects at the moment. Just so they're there. Currying favorites is almost there with Daigung. Now might be a good time to break our alliance with the command. Let's do that. All right, split you in half. And let's go say hello to the Phoenix Empire, who is Tech 17. So they're up to date on tech. A little bit behind us, actually. Well, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. We will reconquest for Varmhar, we'll say. And let's go. War number 2. No time to stop. Jadari, we're taking a detour. We're just going to take a slight detour here. No big deal. Nothing crazy, okay? Nothing crazy. Just gonna go say hello to good old Jadari here. I think their time of existence is up. I don't think they deserve to be alive anymore. That's it for them. No more. Can I call you into a war? Nah, you're not a big fan of me. Not the biggest of fans. Military reform. Oh, 20% morale of armies in the middle of this war? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's build a spy network up on the Phoenix Empire as well. I need to spend my mill points. Go ahead and we can deepen the capital now. It is getting deepened. Okay. Well, I mean, that's a way to spend our mill points, I suppose. Back up to 886. So with our mega morale of armies, let's go say hello to some of these guys. Bugbear's attacks. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we're going to take Jadari out of this war, annex them real quick, and then we'll stay focused on the big bad in this case. Are we going to win this? We are, because they're not going to reinforce. If they had reinforced, though, I think we would have been in trouble. They are going to actually reinforce this after the fact. Yeah, let's just retreat. There's no point. No point in staying in that and fighting. We can just walk away. We can just walk away. There's no reason to be greedy and fight them. All right, let's recover our manpower back. They do have a lot of dudes. They've got a lot of dudes. But they do not have a lot of manpower, so we're just going to let them sit there and waste their manpower on these sieges. Because I can get them back super fast, because we've got really good siege ability. And now I can kill Jad, which is even better, because they've been annoying for a long time. For a long, long time. Remember, Jadari, when you were a threat to me? I remember. I remember those days. Oh boy, those were the good old days, huh? Back in ye old times when, you know, you were strong and good and capable. Man, those were the worst. Those were the worst kind of times. Let's get another reinforcement tick here and move in. Okay, or not. And I don't know if we win these. I'm not gonna lie, our front line's breaking. No, we have cannons on the front line. We've got to retreat. I'm afraid that's not enough. We lost 45,000 troops there. Oof. The elves are back. The elves are back, and they are not happy. They're not happy with what we've done, to say the least. We're going to need more manpower. We might need to just merc up for this and have mercs take the brunt of the damage. Because, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Let's develop with a bunch of mill points. Don't see any reason why we would not. We have them, so we might as well spend them. A couple of generals wouldn't be too bad. Good ones would be even better. But I think I'm asking for too much. I'm asking for good generals. We're going to wipe these troops real quick, then we're going to back up. We're going to have mercs take care of the rebels. Again, they can sit here all they want. Let's make sure we're not taking attrition while we're sitting here, though, since if our plan is to simply outlast their manpower, we should not be wasting our own. See, they're just walking around with 140,000 troops on one stack. They've lost 32,000 to attrition. They just lost 5,000 troops to attrition, by the way. 5,000. So we'll just let Sarian get sieged down. Doesn't matter to me. As for our next idea group, we have quantity, espionage, economic quality. Religious wouldn't be a bad call. Or tolerance. Religious or tolerance wouldn't be a bad call. Trade would be pretty good. Diplomatic would be good for that province war score cost. Yeah, you know what? I think we need to take diplomatic. No, we need admin. Yeah, we need admin ideas. We need admin ideas to deal with all that core creation cost that we're going to have to do when we go through the command. They just have too many provinces for us to not do that. Bring you back. Again, we'll just sit here. We regain 2,000 manpower a month. We're A-okay. A-okay. Alright, bring all these troops together now. We're going to strike out these Galkali troops. Just one big mega death stack to make sure they don't reinforce it. We didn't wipe that? That's sad. It's very sad. Split back up into 4 pieces. We actually need to go behind Hasur here. Make sure that we are being a little bit smarter. If we have to, we'll go behind Nebelsu as well. We have the ability to do that. Just chill. Wait for the elves to take themselves out, and then we'll be good. And in the meantime, their allies are going to get more and more exhausted of being in the place. So, I'm good. The gobos will simply have to outlast. Deification. Yeah, go after those Jad zealots. Sarian is definitely a problem for a vassal still. From a defendable standpoint. I don't want to go defend all these farmlands. That's bad. That's bad for us. When we build old Dwarvar rails, we can build a bunch of good workshops. I can build a bunch of universities as well. Just get them all built up. We build old rails. Since we are making so much money right now. Oh, sad. Our guy died. Look, go for another bureaucratic candidate. And honestly, construction costs. Let's go Cult of the Cat. So we'll save up money and we will fix a bunch of holds now. With that guy in charge. All right, I think it's time that we go and kick the elves out. I think we have waited long enough for such things. Watching them walk around the way they are. We're going to build a fort here. I've changed my mind. If it ends up not being a good fort, then we can re-delete it. But I think it's going to be a good one. We need better generals. We really, really do. Yes, yes, yes. That is acceptable. 6 fire is good. 6 fire is good. All right, let's grab, detach our artificer units, detach our cannons. Combat width is currently 32, so I would like a solid 40 artificer units and 32 cannons to go in this direction with our 6 fire general. You will be reinforcements, which means I want you with our maneuver guy, so that way you can move super fast. In fact, I kind of want to force march into this battle. He's going to get away. But Sesterande, on the other hand, will not be getting away. I'm afraid that's it for his troops. I doubt he can hold up to ours like the elves can. We've unlocked the Avatar cult, and no, it's elven quality that's really helping out the elves here. Go figure. Go figure. All right, we need to unsiege this province. Go ahead and do that. Looks like they're walking down to go around here, which is kind of funny. Not sure that's really worth their time, but hey, what do I know? Are you sure? Oh, yeah, he's sure. He's sure. Oh, I can't scorch it. You get here on the 6th, you're going to be there on the 8th. Okay. That is unfortunately the reinforcement guy. You can be here on the 9th. You can be gone on the 8th. If I give you a maneuver guy, then you leave in time. Let's just let him leave. Especially since this general just died. You're going to Dane. You could take this fight still. Let's do it. There we go. That's a better fight. Get them out of here. And they don't have the manpower to recover such things. Do they have the professionalism, though, to recover it? That is the question. No, they do not. No, they do not. They are running on fumes. I am afraid for them. I'm afraid the goblins were a little bit more patient than they were willing to give us credit for, I think. I think. All right, once we get this unsieged, we can keep going. Greedy Grin Moon. The garden is bathed in the cool light of a full moon. Turning the corner to come across this sight was not what you had expected, but here it is. Before you stands a monument to Greedy Grin Conquest of Segdir. The beauty lies not in the exquisite marble, or even in the craftsmanship of the thing, but in the fact that even now, many years later, the monument is still strewn with thousands and thousands of fresh flowers. Here, if nowhere else, the memory of Greedy Grin, Conquest of Segdir, and the memories of the fallen still lives. I'll take that prestige. There we go. One fort has fallen. Now we go for the next one. Next 2, actually. With that 3 siege general. And they're back down here, losing more attrition in the desert. That fort's not going to get done in time, but that's okay. The war score is Varamhar. That's the war goal. 43 days and we're through that. A couple of days we're through that. I do see all these troops here with this rather good general, War Wizard. We're going to need to go fight him. Can't avoid him forever. Let's bring our boys back. Where's he going to go, though, is the question. He's going to go into Sariand. All right. I'm good with that. Let's do this fight. Let's do this fight. I'm putting the cannons on the wrong stack. Huge. What? I messed that up so badly. Here. 27. No, I was doing it right the first time. I should have doubted myself. There. Put it together. 6 fire. Takes less shock damage. Send him in. Yeah, we're going to thrash the humans. The elves will hurt. Well, the humans we had a good fight against. That does put us in the negatives when it comes to manpower, I think. But such is life. We're going to push out immediately and fight this Phoenix Empire stack because they are pretty alone. Nice. Okay, send them packing. Good, good, good. Okay, now I think we're good to push up for the for Varmhar. And I think this is going to be our last war with the elves because this was definitely not worth it, this war, but I'm not going to peace out now for nothing. So if we can go up, grab a good defensive area, so like we can grab Bulwar and Erebos. Uklam would be nice to have. I don't know. It's hard to get a good fort line in this part of Bulwar. But if we can grab those, then I'll put us in a good spot to never have to fight the Phoenix Empire again. I don't know how much we can realistically take, though. Yeah, not even close to as much as I just said. Not even close. But we'll have to figure it out next time, because that's all the time that I have for today. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.